Hey guys, and welcome back to Dimension X Digital, and we have a brand new toy review today, and it's something that I've been looking forward to, and it's something I can't believe I actually have in my hands already. This is the brand new Splinter vs. Baxter Stockman 2-pack from NECA. This is from the 1987 cartoon series line that they've been doing, and these I think are hitting stores literally as of like today. I went to Target this morning to get a gallon of milk, and I happened to stumble upon this, so I was very, very lucky. This line is based off of the 87 cartoon. The sculpts and the designs are much more accurate to the show than maybe the Playmates version was, so these are kind of cool if you're a big fan of the animated series. If that's the version of the Turtles that you're like most like fond of or have the most like connection to, then this is a great line. I personally prefer the 1990 Turtle figures, but Baxter Stockman is one of my all-time favorite Turtle characters, especially the cartoon version. He's a little different than in the comics. In the comic books, Baxter Stockman turns into, like, he puts his brain into like a robot body. But in the cartoon, he turns into a fly, which is, of course, an homage to one of my all-time favorite movies. I love The Fly, so Baxter Stockman has always been one of my favorite characters. But here we are. We have Splinter and Baxter Stockman. Of course, Stockman created the Mousers, so, you know, that is why he is paired up with Splinter here. And it looks like we get a whole lot of accessories in this thing, so I can't wait to open this up and see what we got. We'll take a look at the packaging here. Standard packaging, the green yellow motif, very much like the party wagon, which I love. Party wagons, probably my favorite, you know, vehicle next to the Batmobile and the Back to the Future DeLorean. We got the art that is very accurate to the show. On one side we got Baxter, on the other side we have Splinter, and on the back we have a shot of the two of them and a couple other figures that are available, which, as I've said before, I love when they put what figures are available because it lets you know what you can look for. And good luck finding any of these in stores right now. I actually found these before, but I traded them for a Casey Raphael 2-pack because, like I said, I as much as I love the cartoon, the 1990 movie is my all-time favorite version of the Turtles next to the original Mirage series. So what do we got on the back here? We have an explanation. After being accidentally exposed to radioactive ooze, 4 ordinary household pets are transformed into a band of wisecracking, pizza-loving, villain-dicing adolescent reptiles. It sounds like what you would call them if you're making like a bootleg version to avoid copyright. Meet Leonardo, super cool. I wouldn't care about this. So let's open this up already and see what we got in here. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Alright, so here they are out of the box. We get a nice view of everything we were getting, plus a little something in the back. What is this thing? Let me get this off so I don't mess it up. Well, it looks like a dojo, like a tatami mat, which is that's pretty cool. I'm not used to seeing accessories like that. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff in here and a lot of twist ties. So give me a minute. Let me get these guys out of here, and then we'll lay everything out and see exactly what we get in this full package.
2,000 years later.
All right, and we're back. So here's everything out of the box. You know, sorry. Normally when we do our toy reviews on here, we just, you know, leave the camera running, take everything out. But there, as you can see, there's just so much stuff in here that we would have had a lot of dead air and a lot of really boring footage. So I decided to just cut out the middleman. There is a ridiculous amount of accessories, a lot of really cool stuff, and a couple things I had no idea were going to be in there that I think are really cool. So not only do you have the 2 figures, we have this tatami mat here, which is on kind of like a foamy, like kind of a soft material, which, you know, is pretty cool. I'd lay them down, but I wanted to make sure everything was visible. But that's a pretty cool little accessory. Might come in handy if you're into diorama building. Splinter, he's going to come with his walking stick, sword, scroll, necklace, Renaissance painter book, which is a really cool little touch. I really like that. We have this beat up book here, which I'm not 100% sure what it is in reference to the cartoon. Maybe it's just maybe it's a Foot Clan manual or something. We have this little rat here, which I believe is the thing that kind of tips him off to Baxter's Mousers in the cartoon. He comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional hands. Baxter, he got his houseplant, which is surprisingly detailed. A lot of effort actually went into this weird little accessory. We have his ray gun here, which I love the dial on it, where you can pick which animal he's going to turn you into. We have this flame accessory, which I want to say goes on here, but it doesn't really look like it. Oh wait, you know what? Maybe it's for the sword. Oh yeah, it must be for the sword. We have another gun. Looks like a. Come on, there we go. It's like a pistol, ray gun. We have another 1, 2, 3, 4 additional hands. We have this little Michelangelo like hamster or gerbil or something. But I like that. I like the sculpt on it. He looks a bit angry. At least mine does. We have his computer here, which the face changes as you move it. It's pretty cool. Surprisingly detailed for just like a weird small accessory. And this this is probably my favorite accessory here, the shredder fly.
Because you're about to spend the rest of your life as a fly. I don't believe it. I'm a fly.
So this is cool. This is it's funny that we're getting all these little shredder mini figures, like the baby shredder that comes with the Krang android body. So it's kind of cool. I like this. This is a nice little touch. Now let's look at the figures themselves. They look great. Let's start off here with Splinter. Much more accurate sculpt than the original Playmates figure. Very much very accurate to the cartoon. As with like all the figures in this line, there's a lot of like line detail, kind of cartoon art style. So a lot of times with these figures, you kind of have to hope for the best, because I've seen some where the line work is a little light or goes outside the lines and it can look a little sloppy. But luckily, I think both of mine look pretty good as far as I can tell so far. He's got articulation under his robe. Of course, he's got a nice full cloth robe. He's not packing anything under there, I guess, but nice sculpted fur. Let's see what kind of articulation we got. See, that's the only thing about this line. You're gonna get you're gonna get paint chips from time to time. It's just the paint that they use on these figures is really thick. So you might have to break them in a little bit. That one was okay. But you can see on my sheet here, I can already see I have several flakes of paint. So it doesn't really seem to be visible, especially I'm assuming that if it's coming off from the inside of the joint. But that is my one concern when with these animated versions, that the paint is very thick. He has rotating articulation in his torso, his head. Looks like he's got a couple joints. Look, he's got a neck joint here, and then a head piece on top of that. But I do really like his sculpt. His tail is rubber. It's not super bendy. It's very thick at the base. Can it move at the base? Oh, it can. Okay, there we go. All right, so you can at least move his tail a little bit. So that's cool. Let's take a look at Baxter, who I think is probably the star of this set, because we've had Splinter figures, although it's been a while since we've had a good Splinter. A lot of people go for the I think it's the 2004 figure. Is a really nice Splinter figure, makes a good custom. But Baxter here, he looks really great. I like the proportions on him. He's very accurate to the show here, especially his face sculpt. He has that much like softer face as opposed to the 87 figure, which I have here. It's not in the best shape, but you can see the difference in the sculpts. What is more accurate to the cartoon. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Playmates Baxter Stockman. I wish I had wings, but I've had this thing for a very long time, and I have yet to get a replacement for him. I still love the sculpt on this guy. He's just so gross looking, and that's one thing I like about the 87. I mean, look at those feet. You know. But yeah, so 87 version versus a new version. This one definitely more accurate to the actual cartoon, but this one's still a classic, still one of my favorites. I really like the paint on his eyes already. I mean, that was one of the first things that jumped out at me. I mean, there's some nice two-tone red. There's light, there's some dark, and then there's the highlights of the white. His mouth is nicely detailed. It's actually painted in there. His tongue's painted. The hair sculpt is great. There's tons and tons of dimensions in the hair sculpt, which is really cool. Nice texture on the wings. You can see there's texture in between the lines there. His arms are articulated at the base. They do rotate, and there is a bit of a joint there that goes in and out. Same with the wings. The wings have some rotation. They can do full circle, and they can go in and out. And you can even see that they even sculpted around the jacket, like the jacket is torn around with the joints, which is a really nice touch. That's cool. Looks like, I mean, he's got good articulation in his legs. He seems to be a lot more resistant to that flaking than the Splinter was. I don't see any paint flecks on here from him, so that's nice. Yeah, you realize they both had the yellow bow tie. At least they got that right in both of them, right? But yeah, I like this. I like there's some really nice subtle folds and detail in his torso here. Like it gives him a very natural look. This is really a standout figure. So all in all, this is a really fantastic 2-pack. I'm really impressed by not only just the figures, especially the Baxter. The Splinter I really like. I mean, it's definitely a show accurate Splinter. Probably the best Splinter you could find, next to the 1990 movie version, which is also incredible. And that's just been, as a Turtle fan, the NECA line has just been really a godsend. And if you are a fan of the Playmate versions, and you still like this aesthetic, but you want this level of like modern detail, check out the Super 7 Baxter Stockman. I've been trying to get one for myself. I just haven't had it's Christmas. I'm focusing more on my family than myself, but the Super 7 Baxter Stockman is awesome. But so yeah, you've got options, and that's what's been amazing about the last couple of years, is that we've just seen a glut of Turtle merchandise that we're just getting spoiled. So in closing, do I recommend this set? This is absolutely. This is an easy buy. This is a must-have if you're collecting the animated 87 cartoon series line from NECA. Both figures have great sculpts. They both have great paint. The accessories, they really went above and beyond with them. There's some really fun accessories in the set. There's the stuff that the essential stuff, walking sticks and swords, guns, and then you have really fun stuff like the fly shredder, the ray guns, the Book of Renaissance Artists, just really great stuff. So rush out there to your local Targets. Definitely hunt these guys down. This is going to be I think this is going to be a very popular 2-pack, so grab them while you can. Like I said, you might get lucky like I was and go for a gallon of milk and wind up with one for yourself. So thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. So anyways, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time.